in world development. But none of this could have occurred without the right ecosystem, the right investment environment, the right policies and programs to stimulate the investment and growth. And that is where the role of good governance and good policy making comes in. And we must applaud the government of India and here in Madhya Pradesh, his chief minister and his cabinet for the type of policies and programs they have instituted to ensure this growth and development that we are seeing. You know, many of you may look at my own country, Guyana, and say we have a very small population. I want to position to you this morning that that is true. But also remember that the UAE and Qatar, look at their population and look at where they are today. By the grace of God, we have been blessed with the same resource and a bit more in our natural resources. And with that resource that is available now to us, we intend to position Guyana as a global leader in many areas. We are humble about our approach to growth and development. We are humble about our approach to the transformation of our society and our people. And we understand that we have a global responsibility. We have a responsibility to ensure that our growth and development is balanced and promote a world that is safer, a world that transitions itself into one in which the planet will be a better place in which all of us can live. Indeed, India is demonstrating to the world with innovation, technology, human resource transformation, good policy, strong global leadership, that they are ready and willing to lead in this revolution. And that is why it is in that context that this investment forum is critical for us. I invite the world to visit Indore and have a physical demonstration as to how transformation has led to the cleanest city in India. You want a real-life experience, come here and see it for yourselves. I have seen it. You want an experience to see what dynamic leadership, good policy making, and a conducive eco-investment environment is, come and speak to the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh and his government, and you will have an experience of what that is. Today, many of the companies here will come together under one roof. I urge you not to seek to win alone, but to seek to create a win-win environment in which you can build partnership, in which you can form consortiums, in which you can look at untapped areas. And I can say maybe in this investment forum, on a per capita basis, Guyana may have the largest delegation here at this investment forum, on a per capita basis. And I've urged the private sector of Guyana to ensure they form partnership and build consortium to unlock the potential that exists within our country. We need the technology, the human skills, and of course the capital. But not only in an outward way. Here in this great state, there are opportunities for even our local private sector to participate. And we have urged, and we are working with the Chief Minister and his government in outlining a clear, definitive strategy in an MOU in areas of cooperation that we want to work with the state on in building private sector, all of which must be driven by the private sector, supported by strong signaling from the government of India, this state, and the government of Guyana that we are ready to marry the private interest in stimulating growth and advancement of business opportunity. If you use a recent example of the pandemic, many of you may say we are so far apart. We are so far apart in establishing businesses. But the COVID-19 pandemic taught us a very important lesson as to how close we are to each other. In one sweep, one pandemic, one virus affected the entire world, the entire global system, the entire economy. Why is it with the type of capability that we have in technology, we can develop an ecosystem that can also affect the world in a clean sweep with the right environment and policy framework? And this is where India must provide leadership. This is where the industry leaders who are here must look at establishing a new framework through which you can create this leadership. Today, there is need for a new global investment order. A new global investment order that seeks to create a win-win situation between states, that seeks to harmonize strategies and policy making, that seek to have greater market integration, that seek to have greater people integration, that seek to create a more balanced, compatible policy environment, and one in which we can match our strategies of development. Guyana, India, and this state that we are in today, when you look at the commonality of the vision and the goals that we want to achieve, we can have a clear match of strategy, a clear match of policy that gives the private sector the level of predictability and comfort that they require to make long-term investment. And that is why the policymakers are important to these forums. We are embarking on building the services sector in Guyana and in the region. The CARICOM region, or the Caribbean region, may seem small in population, but it is the most influential tourism market in the world. This market requires people, services, financial services, hospitality services, health services, educational services. India, you are positioned in a way better than any other to be the leader in the provision of these services to support the ecosystem. And I invite you to look at the opportunities as it exists in positioning yourself as the strongest player in providing human resource capacity, capability, and competence in servicing these industries in the region. Our aspirations align in technology, food production, energy security,